Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel for another episode of Loadout Pros and Cons for Call of Duty Warzone. Here I like to create a loadout guide and discuss the positive and negatives of each blueprint to try and help you find the best custom loadout. Today is an interesting video as we shall be covering the AK47. This is the very first time I have used a custom loadout with the AK47 within Warzone, and it's safe to say it took a fair bit of tweaking to make this gun competitive. Today we shall be going through a variety of custom blueprints for the AK47, as well as some stats and strategies on how to best utilise this blueprint. If you guys would like to see this series more frequently on the channel, be sure to leave a like and let me know your thoughts on how to better improve these videos. If there are any loadouts which you would like to see in the future, also be sure to say in the comments and I can help build a custom loadout video for you, where we'll look at the pros and cons and give you tips and tricks on how to best utilise that loadout within Warzone. With all that said, let's dive into the base stats for the AK47. As per usual, we shall start with both the base damage and time to kill. The AK47 comes in with a base damage output of 42 hit points, with the 5.45 ammunition variant dropping to 31. Keep this in mind as I will return to this later in the video. For you accurate players out there, the AK47 will have a bonus damage output of 56 for headshots. It has a base magazine size of 30 rounds, but can be increased with its drum variant. It has a rounds per minute value of 550 and an aim down sight speed of 250 milliseconds. Its time to kill, a base health comes in around 200 milliseconds, while increasing to 500 milliseconds while fully armoured, outperforming both the Grau and M4 by over 150 milliseconds. This makes it an extremely hard hitting assault rifle, placing it near the top of the assault rifle category alongside the FN Scar and FAMAS. With that said, the AK-47 has a very strange and hard to predict recoil pattern in my opinion. While testing this in speedball, we can see that the AK-47 likes to go straight up and sway from left to right. As always, this can be controlled, but is a little harder to manage when compared to other assault rifles. With the 5.45 magazine, the left and right deviation is a little more prominent, although the fire rate is a lot faster and is a little easier to control overall. I personally prefer this variation as it has given me more success when compared to the standard magazine. This is personal preference, as I would suggest experimenting and try to discover which works best for you. To add extra control to this blueprint, I would suggest swaying more towards stabilization attachments, which we can discuss in a second. So, for today's video, we are utilising the monolithic suppressor as usual to try and limit being third partied. For the barrel, we have the Spetsnaz Elite to increase range and damage. For my optic, I am using the Viper Reflex, a Commando foregrip for my underbarrel, and lastly, the 5.45 magazine. This build not only increases the fire rate of the AK-47, but also adds more control while not having to sacrifice aim down sight speed, which some of the heavier attachments will consume. This makes this blueprint an excellent loadout for players who like to engage in close to medium ranges, which we can discuss further. So, how would I suggest you play with this AK-47 build? Well, first up, I would point out that this is a very unforgiving rifle in terms of its recoil, so missing shots will certainly put you on the back foot. It seems to flourish when playing a blend between being passive and aggressive, simply due to the increased fire rate which the 5.45 magazine provides, as well as having a higher damage output. It holds its own in close quarters with a standard ADS. With saying that, it does sadly underperform as the range increases. It is extremely difficult to full auto anyone beyond 150 meters without having to seriously control your recoil. In saying that, it is an excellent loadout to use for gatekeeping or holding down strong points. As you can see in this clip in the background, I am simply just holding my ground, making sure these players do not sneak out these windows to get better ground. If you not only pay attention to what I am doing, but also notice how my teammates are moving around this house on either side to gain ground, squeezing the enemy players. My rule here is just to simply keep them in the second floor, which I do by shooting through the wall and by throwing Molotovs through the window. Over time, my teammates can sneak up the stairs with little effort and clear out the building. It's not a flashy clip, but rather shows the fundamentals of teamwork and communication, which is extremely important in Warzone. Of course, there are a variety of loadout variants that you can build for different situations. So, for example, you could go with a heavier blueprint and build something along the likes of the RPK. Or you could go completely in the opposite direction and build the AK-74U. This ultimately boils down to how you like to play. To wrap up today's video, let's look at the pros and cons for this AK-74 blueprint. First up, let's discuss our pros, with the first one being that this build is adaptable to a variety of playstyles, whether you like to be a gatekeeper, an anchor, or simply by pushing the pace. It has excellent damage and a solid fire rate. Unfortunately, for accuracy, the recoil of this build can be a little off-putting, with it being a difficult weapon to use as the range increases. Other than that, the pros outweigh the cons for today's blueprint, so in saying that, I would give this AK47 custom loadout a rating out of 10, a solid 8.5. Well guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I had a blast using this blueprint in Warzone, and I would highly recommend giving it a go. If you would like to see more of these, be sure to drop a like, dislike if you didn't, and if you're new around here, consider subscribing to the channel. I would now like to leave you with some gameplay. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy.
And on further down.
That's not a team wipe. There we go.
Top same
The
place.
roof. Yeah.
Yep, saw it.
4 teams. Let's just be careful. Or 3 teams.
Down one of them on the roof.
Nice.
Nice. It's alright. It was
There's gonna be guys either left and across from us. Easy.
Keep them busy. We can keep going.
I got a guy straight in front, northwest.
Yeah, one heartbeat.
That guy's gotta get off that boat. Sure.
Gotta watch it right here.
Is he above us? Yeah, he's on the highway.
I need mid caliber.
Where, Steve?
Ground floor left side.
Oh,
Down him.
roasted.
On the roof, on the roof. Down one on the roof. On Steve's body. Good shot. Oh my 6.
Got him. I get shot up. John. Ah,
Unlucky. Almost. That was a great game.
wow.
34
11.
kills. That's a lot.
Wait,
Holy crap.
who did?
In total, us.
No, I think that's the guys that won.
Count our kills.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, I forgot. Niall was on the scoreboard.